Before moving back to Zimbabwe, I always thought that coming back home was as easy as getting on a plane, doing a little planning, and then the rest would take care of itself. But now that I am in Zimbabwe and I've fully settled in, if I were to do it again, there are things that I'll do differently that would make my transition to Zimbabwe a lot easier and smoother. About 1.5 years since I moved back to Zimbabwe, and if you've been watching me for a long time, I moved back to Zimbabwe after staying in South Africa for so many years. Settling in wasn't very easy. Happy to say I'm fully settled in now, and there's usually a misconception that there is a one-way blanket approach to relocating to any African country. In case you've been staying outside Africa, or you've just been in another African country and you want to visit Zimbabwe, or you simply just want to relocate to Zimbabwe, let me tell you, your relocation is going to be dependent on quite a number of factors, and sometimes this includes the economic situation of a country, the lifestyle, and things like that. So today I'll share with you the things that you need to consider when you're planning your move to Zimbabwe, or you're just simply visiting. And if you're that kind of person who's interested in this kind of content, please give this video a huge thumbs up, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and watch this video until the end. Thank you so much, you guys, for 15,000 subscribers. We're on the road to 20,000 subscribers, and it can only happen if you guys make it happen. The first and most important thing that you need sorted before moving to Zimbabwe is the accommodation. For many people who are moving to Zimbabwe, it's good when you hear people saying, I bought land, I'm building a house, and as soon as the house finishes, I'll relocate to Zimbabwe. There's a lot of development going on in Zimbabwe. Houses are being built, stands are being sold, and it is a good investment idea to actually buy land in which you can actually stay when you move back to Zimbabwe. But the reality of things is most of these residential properties are still under development. Sometimes the roads are not fully tarred. Sometimes there isn't any electricity running up in those areas. It will be very hard to get by in dirty roads, especially if you're coming from a first world country, or you are moving back to your home because you are just tired and you think that you've had it all, and you still come back home to dirt roads and no electricity and things like that. That would actually make your transition quite hard. Another thing, building a house, to be honest, is quite exhausting. A lot of your time and a lot of your energy goes into it, so you might not enjoy your first few months in the country because dealing with suppliers, contractors, and basically just dealing with quite a number of people can be exhaustive. And I've had quite a number of people who came into the country, and then within the first few months a lot has happened. Things are not going on so well as the slangane, and before you even try harder, they give up, pack their stuff, and leave. But a way to make your life easier throughout this period is to find a rental place. Now, the best thing about having a rental place is you pick a place that is closer to the lifestyle that you're used to, so that it doesn't make it so hard for you to get comfortable. A whole lot new suburbs that you can pick from. If you're used to the peace and quiet, then you can pick places that resonate with you. The lower density suburbs like, Chisipite, Greendale, Highlands. If you're a middle income earner, there are also places that are coming out that are beautiful, and you can actually move to those places before you actually get time to integrate into the system, because the system already is busy, the system already is fast, and it might not wait for you to get comfortable until life starts happening for you. So you'd want to get into a place where you're still living your old life, yet you are taking time to integrate into the new system in Zimbabwe. I've been constantly putting cost of living videos on this YouTube channel. You can as well just go check them out to check the different rental prices within different types of suburbs, the high density, the low density, and the medium density suburbs. Secondly, let's talk about medical insurance. You don't want to get to a country like Zimbabwe and you don't have a health cover. Yes, we do have public hospitals, and the majority of people in Zimbabwe use public health care. That means that the public health sector is a bit oversaturated with clientele, and if you have a serious health problem that needs specialized treatment, you might not be able to get help instantly because there are long waiting queues. So I rather suggest that before you even move back, you have an international medical aid fund, or it is also easier to open a medical aid with the Zimbabwean medical aids like CMAS, Corporate 24. There are also other very cheap medical aid funds like Maisha, and make sure that if you ever get sick, you have medical aid cover, because now getting medical attention in Zimbabwe without medical aid cover can be quite expensive and can also be stressful to you and your finances, and you won't like it. Number 3, if you want to make your first few months in Zimbabwe a bit enjoyable, I advise you to bring things that cushion your comfort. For example, if you want your favorite snack that you know very well that you're not going to find in Zimbabwe, it feels very comfortable to bring it, even as many packets as you can. Sometimes it could be a lotion, it could be, a deodorant, maybe a decor piece that has very much sentimental value to you. If you then place that decor piece into your new home, you'd feel a bit more relaxed and you'd feel like your home. So feel free to bring those things. And to be honest, it is very easy to find things like your deodorant. Trade is very common across countries. If you have a product that you'd want from maybe say South Africa, Zambia, it is easy to find it in Zimbabwe. However, you can't find all the things that you want in the same place. For example, there's a place where they sell groceries only, there are streets where they sell body care only, and sometimes even in the mall you can't find furniture, food, you can't find clothes, you can't find your favorite device in the same place. So you want to spend your time going around the city looking for things that you don't know where exactly they are. And secondly, there's the issue of online shopping. Online shopping is quite okay. It is quite a struggle in Zimbabwe to do online shopping because yes, your goods are going to be delivered, but the delivery fees are going to be a bit pricier than what you're so used to. These things have something to do with the customs duties. I have received packages from different online platforms, but the not so big platforms are not able to deliver to Zimbabwe. So you'd actually want to bring your stuff in bulk so that you won't run out or you won't have a problem along the way. Last but not least, and this is the best advice I can give to you if you are planning on moving to Zimbabwe, visiting Zimbabwe, or relocating to Zimbabwe, because this has made my stay very much easier and I'm actually enjoying every bit of it. If you want to survive in Zimbabwe, make connections. You need to have a network of people in absolutely any industry. Zimbabwe's way of living, created by the people, has made it hard for you to get by if you don't know anyone, basically, because most of the things that get by are through referrals, and you are able to get a lot of work done through referrals. If you're going to a restaurant and a waiter serves you, please tip them, because tipping culture is more like an invite for the next person to get a bit closer with you and get a bit more comfortable with you. And by just tipping, sometimes even by simply giving $1 would get you a lot of information that you cannot trade for just $1. It would save you lots of time of research, lots of time of going ins and outs, trying to look for the perfect person to do a common job for you. Those of you guys who've watched me from the time I moved back to Zimbabwe, I had problems with finding the perfect accommodation that is conducive for my type of job, but I've been able to get good accommodation through referrals for the people that I've been hiring on ad hoc for doing various projects within my line of work have been through referrals, and I am so mind blown. I came here knowing nobody, but like the network of people that I have right now, I can link you up with people who have the best tech gadgets. I can link you with people who have the best building contractors. I can link you out with people who have, best of everything. It is through referral that you're able to get by in Zimbabwe. And that's just how Harare is so fast. That's just how Zimbabwe is so fast. That's it for today's video, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys actually learned that just coming into Zimbabwe blindfolded with that one blanket approach that, I'll see when I get there, it's not going to work in Zimbabwe, because Zimbabwe is a whole different country, you guys, with a whole different system created by the people, for the people, and keeps the economy running. And it is a beautiful place to live. It is a beautiful place to invest in. Amazing variety of sectors that you can invest in. The sub palette for agriculture. If you love mining, aquaculture, you name it, the Zimbabwe is definitely a place for you. And if you have any other questions that you might need to know about Zimbabwe, please drop them in the comment section down below. I'll be happy to respond to the questions, maybe with a video, maybe with just a simple text, so that you guys get the best idea of what Zimbabwe is like before you move back, before you relocate, or before you just simply visit Zimbabwe. And if you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, then please hit the subscribe please hit that subscribe button, turn on the post notifications so that you get notified every time I post a new video for you guys. You're on the road to 20,000 subscribers, and I want to hit 20,000 subscribers by year end, and I know it will happen if you guys make it happen. I'm Tino Sparks, your favorite African without borders, and I am signing out.